In this video, I'm going to be playing some more Dreams for PS4. Dreams is a game where you're able to create 3D models, characters, games, animations, videos, music. If you can dream it, you can make it in Dreams. Right now, I'm competing with my friend Kratos to create something in Dreams that will hit 82 likes. Whichever one of us hits 82 likes first wins. And the thing that I want to win is this Henshin robot player character. It's a player character that's a robot that transforms, and each transformation has 2 distinct abilities. So I've been working on him. I'm really excited about him, and I'm going to just keep adding more to his character. I'm going to continually give him more transformations and cool stuff that he can do. So real quick, streaming dream. I'm going to send that link into Messenger. Alright, following. Also, if you're a fan of Dreams content, definitely make sure to check out the Dreams playlist on the channel. It has all our Dreams videos so far. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So I think I figured out why this wasn't working. So earlier when I was working on this character, I gave him a power that was based on turning intangible. So now I'm trying to give him a similar power, but instead of making him tangible, he can make objects tangible or intangible. Excuse me. Sorry. Burp hiccup. Let's see. Beth said, can we continue the discussion we were having over Messenger? Sure, if you would like to. So Tiger Chick 2000 is my girlfriend Beth. We were talking about like personal philosophy and we were talking about like what should you base your life around, more or less, and should you depend on outside sources to be happy and stuff like that. It's a very philosophical discussion. But yeah, we can continue it here, Beth, if you would like. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to make this cube over here become tangible and intangible on command. Technically, all cubes like it to be able to do that, and I think I know how. So I've already programmed in a few things. Oh, I don't have to change anything over here. I have to change stuff in the cube itself. Okay. I figured out what was wrong. So right before I jumped in the shower, I was like, I forgot to put keep changes on these keyframes. I think that's what I messed up. So now, we go into view mode. Beth said, I was really vibing with that discussion. I'm glad that you're vibing, Beth. It seems like we're getting into like a deep talk kind of thing. Nerd Tinker said, wake me up! Yo, Nerd Tinker, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. How's your day? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on this stream? Beth and I are currently having like a philosophical discussion. Let's see. Beth said, how do I determine the set of rules I live by? You make them up. What? It would be your choice what rules you live by. Then Beth said, wake me up inside. And then Nerd Tinker said XD. Let's see. So the block is tangible. Then I hit triangle. Still tangible. It didn't work. Let's go back into edit mode. What did I mess up? Calculator. Tangibility. The value of tangibility should change depending on what buttons I hit in this particular transformation. So where are we at? I need to find it. Nerd Tinker said, I want Jackbox. Vote for it in the poll. We got a poll. Tonight at 8 p.m. We're going to do whatever wins that poll. In the poll, we have Dreams, we have Kingdom Hearts 3, and we have Jackbox. Yeah, it should change the value to a 1 when the player hits triangle. It should change to a 1. I think it's going to the right place. I hope that leads back to triangle. Man, it's weird when you have stuff like this and you're like, I feel like it should just kind of work. Let's go into test mode. Beth said, What are the rules that you live by? And how important is it to you that they match mine closely? For one, I don't think your personal philosophy has to match anybody's, like, at all. So I don't think you should be like, you can be friends with people, you can have, like, family members, you can have close bonds with people who don't share your personal philosophy whatsoever. So I don't think it's, like, a good idea to base relationships on whether or not people share your ideals. A lot of people do that. I think there are people that you can disagree with people and still, like, have them in your life. You know what I mean? So for one, I don't think they have to be similar to anyone else's. And two, I would say that I do have, like, a few, like, personal philosophy rules. Off the top of my head, it's not like I know all of them, but I do know them. You know what I mean? Like, if the situation comes along where one of those rules is relevant, I know what I should do in a certain situation. But I'm not going to, like, rattle off my personal philosophy, like, rule list. You know what I mean? That's up to you to decide. Izanagi said, but will you face me with your counter deck? I think not. Yo, Izanagi, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Beth said, then vote for Jackbox, lol, at Nerd Tinker. I think a lot of people don't see when the community tab stuff pops up. So they don't know when the voting stuff is happening. This doesn't make sense. Let me see. So I need to go into modes, test mode. When I hit triangle, yeah, not shit's happening. Triangle should make that change to 1. Izanagi said, stop being a coward and put Yu-Gi-Oh! On the poll. I can't get it going. Maybe I'm not in the form that I think I'm in. More forms. Tangible, intangible. I feel like I am in that form already. Triangle. Yeah, triangle's not doing shit. All it has to do is change that one value. I don't know why my stomach's making noise. I don't owe you money, nigga. You ate. Let's see. So Beth said, I disagree with your point on non-matching ideals in a relationship because I feel mismatched ideals can cause arguments later down the line. I imagine she said line, yeah. She said, we don't have to have all the same ideals, but I feel more of them must match than not. I don't think that's true. So the reason why I don't think that's true, a lot of things that we do, that we, like, choose to do, in the end, a lot of it doesn't matter for, like, how you feel about, like, another person. Like, I have friends who believe things that I don't agree with, and they do things that I don't agree with, but it's not that I'm, like, upset that they do those things. They're just things that I wouldn't do, but if they want to do it, that's totally cool with them. You know what I mean? Like, they can do whatever they want. I just don't want to do that. And I think that's fine. And I feel the same way about, like, any kind of relationship, whether it be, like, a friend or a family member or a significant other. If someone just has a lifestyle choice that's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But if they want to do that, that's fine. Then I just choose not to do it myself. But I'm not going to be like, I can't be friends with you because of your lifestyle choice. Because it's just, I've done stuff like that before. Like when I was younger. I had a friend, I do think he was too young to be doing this. We were like middle school age and he started like smoking like cigarettes. And I was like, yo, that's probably not good. You know, you should probably stop doing that. And I said that like, I wasn't going to like be friends with him until he stopped smoking. And eventually he stopped smoking. But at the same time, I'm like, at a certain point, everybody's just adults though. And people can just do whatever they want. And to not be friends with someone because they do something that you don't agree with, I don't think is a good idea. So I sprayed bug spray. Because earlier I saw an ant. I'm looking in the corner of the room. And I can't tell if I'm seeing a dust bunny or a spider. the thing that I think is interesting about, like, if it is a spider, is because I sprayed bug spray in front of the door, but not right in front of the door. So there's like a line, like there's a space where I could see a bug getting in and it being safe. And the thing that looks like it might be a spider seems like he's chilling in that area. Like he can sense the fucking like poison or whatever, and he knows like I can't go further. And I'm like, I got you. I can like fucking murder you right now. I'm watching him. Real quick, I'm gonna read a little bit of live chat. But I don't think there's anywhere he can go. Like, I think I got him. Let's see. Beth said Jerry 2.0. Izanagi said, I wouldn't give a water bottle as a gift, but I'm still friends with them. I mean, that's not wrong. I want to kill this spider if it's a spider. I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm getting closer. So it is a spider. It's like right in the corner. So I'm not going to get a shoe. We're past that. We have chemical weapons. I'm going to spray a bug spray bottle at this spider. I just realized the way I phrased that was really weird because I said spray a bottle at him, like as if I had a bottle that shot other bottles out of it. Okay. Get my hair on my face. Bitch! That's just a puddle of poison, nigga. I think he crawled back under, like, the fucking trim of the door. Which is something I really don't like, that I learned, like, later on while living here. Is that shit can get through the, like, white trim part right next to the door. So your door can be shut, but if something's small enough, it can just slip in. So I shot him a bug spray. He went under the door thingy, but that's fine because I shot a lot of bug spray at him. Like, that nigga's probably just gonna die anyways. And then I just said fuck it and I sprayed the trim directly. I didn't spray the trim directly earlier because I actually stuffed some holes in the door. Not holes, but like spaces in the trim where I've seen bugs come through before with paper towel. And I'm like, if I spray the paper towel though, it's gonna weaken the paper towel. Shit's gonna be able to get through it. But I'm like, fuck it. The bug spray is like paper towel like 2.6. So I think it's fine. Give me one moment. I always like to wash my hands after using bug spray. Izanagi said, a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Biological warfare. Okay, so let me wash my hands real quick. You know, I've only ever played like one Metal Gear Solid game, and I don't think I played it to completion. I think my brother had started playing it, and I played a random level of it where the bad guy starts talking to you and reading information off your memory card. I remember I had played Mario Kart Double Dash, and my name was Nick. So the boss says something like, so you like Mario Kart, Nick? And I was like, the fuck? I was like, what's happening? But anyways, I'm about to wash my hands. Give me one moment. Beth said, one of the main things I want in life is balance of work and play. I also want to spend my life doing what I love and inspiring others. Then Izanagi said, psychomantis. Then Beth says, does that count as a personal philosophy? Your personal philosophy is a list of rules that you choose to live by, and it's up to you what would be in your personal philosophy or not. Izanagi said, Metal Gear, liquid. Okay, so yesterday I ran out of disinfecting wipes, so now I'm using disinfecting spray, whenever I clean my countertops. Yo, Kopo, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day? Do you have any questions for your boy? And any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. Let me delete these two chords. Kratos said, "Hey Nick, could you check out Dracodispire?" Yes, I can. The one thing that I want to try and do, I know Kratos is probably at home like, one thing is going to take you like all day. It's probably not going to take me all day. I'm trying to get this block to turn intangible on command using one of my abilities that I created for the character. Okay, tangibility, it's a getter, and then connect it to A for both of these. Okay, so if tangibility is equal to 0, that one, hold on. I think each one should only play once. Equal to 1, does that one. I hope that'll work. Fingers crossed. Let's see. So where are we at? So Beth said, I think what I am trying to say is that I should make time to do things I love every day. Yeah. I feel like everybody should do that. Kopo said, why always when I come here this happens? What happens? What happens, Kopo? Kratos said, but bribes though. Okay, I got you, Kratos. I'm gonna save where I'm at the moment. He just has a power that doesn't work right now. So I'm gonna put in the version notes. Still working. It's hard to type on this. Still working on intangibility. Yeah. So that's still a work in progress. Also, if you guys play Dreams and create stuff, but you're not using version notes, you should use version notes. It allows you to do stuff like this, where, oh, I'm in the middle of doing something, but I haven't finished it, but I still want to release it online. Then you gotta do stuff like this. Let's see. Izanagi said the one thing is playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And failing the counterplay. At some point, Izanagi, we're gonna get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. The thing that'll motivate me to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! If they add rush duels to Nexus, I'll get really hyped. And if some new cards if new cards come out that match my playstyle, I'm gonna get hyped for it again. That's just what happens. It's like a cycle. Izanagi said, stop it, he doesn't need money. Beth said, I think Nick should pay for Kratos. To do what? But anyways, didn't I just save? Don't save. There we go. Now, let's go to Kratos' new Dracodispire game. Thank you, by the way, for the donation, the super chat, Kratos. I appreciate it. If anyone else wants to bribe me to play a game on Dreams, definitely feel free to hit me up with the super chat. I'm down. I take those. We take those. Ooh! Kratos has 13 likes on this one. That's more likes on a game than I've ever gotten. So congratulations to Kratos. He's killing it so far. Let's see. Izanagi said, rush dueling isn't where your counter deck is. Regular dueling is. Kratos said, that's a thick super chat, though. It is indeed. I appreciate the thick super chat. Thick with 2 C's. So, the abilities still seem the same. You are a dragon, lost in a void of despair. Despire. You must collect crystals to escape the despair. Try and get the fastest times possible. Do you still have the record on your own game? Wait a minute. Did all your scoreboards get reset? What? Hold on, what? Time level 3. Do you have to set different time scores for each level in order to make them all appear? Why is there a generic time? What does this mean? Is this the whole game? That must be like a level 1 time. But then you have a level 1 time. Anyways, let's jump in. So, clearly, from just looking at the scoreboard, There are multiple levels now to Dracoda Spire. So that's already, like, different from what we had before. So let's check out Kratos' game. Oh shit, there's like a subtitle. Who's talking? Doesn't say who's talking. Kratos said, I forgot to delete the original. I have to help you escape. You are in Dispire, the realm of despair. See that blue crystal? That's your way out. Oh, that shit. I sure didn't see it. I must have gotten turned around while moving the camera. Is it gonna say more stuff? I almost feel weird going to the crystal. Because I'm like, am I gonna miss something? Oh, I'm not. Okay, so it says, well done. Oh, it's like set to like triggers. You can do this. You just need to collect enough crystals to escape Dispire. I will use the strength I have left to get you halfway there. Search for the crystals. May your light guide you. Let's see, Izanagi said, oh god, it's dark again. Okay, you can make it out. Try collecting 5 crystals. Move as quickly as possible. Is the music set on a cue to where it only goes off when you, like, move initially? Or maybe there's just a delay at the beginning of the track. I feel like whenever the enemies get hit, it does the, like your, controller shakes thing. I think your music volume is, like, pretty good. I think you set it all the way up. Izanagi said, may your heart be your guiding key, yada yada yada. Kratos said the music is on a trigger. Oh, okay. That's what it seemed like. So I've collected 3 of the 5. Let's see, Kratos said, I almost put the guiding key line. Well, I'm glad that you made it like a little more original. That you didn't just straight up use the line. I keep forgetting that you have, like, attacks. I tried to shoot the enemy and the enemy was just stuck. Do enemies respawn? They might not, because that nigga looked dead. He didn't come back. If enemies don't respawn, then I should be pretty Gucci. Okay. So, let's see, Kratos said, but it gives too much away to the story. Izanagi said the dragon is Yozora. Oh, Yozora from, what's the game that's not Final Fantasy 13, but is Final Fantasy 13? Kratos said enemies do not respawn. There we go. Oh no, that didn't work at all. This is not good. Now blue enemies spawn around the map on different islands. Everyone drops a blue crystal when defeated. This time collect 20 crystals. You didn't have a trigger zone to let it be when you finish reading the subtitles, Menege? Why do you get just swarmed? This is... the same problem as before. Okay. Get around. I forgot that they had the dash ability, even though I fucking made the character. I haven't really made a lot of games with him. Fuck. Scoot. Scoot, scoot, scoot. I like that this song kind of has a similar feel to the last song, and it fits your despair theme. Why do these crystals not glow? Let's see, Kratos said Virum Rex. Izanagi said, I love getting mobbed while I read. And thank you, by the way, Virum Rex is the title of that game. Oh shit, the slimes are doing the suicide thing. Okay, I need 10 more crystals. Okay, he's coming for my ass. I need to get on that other island again. There it is. Use your head. Nope, still dead. Izanagi said, but if slime suicide, what happens to their crystal? You don't get it. You have to pick it up. So I imagine it just spawns in like the dead the dead zone. Oh, there they are, in a pack. Kratos said also, it's not like you can't move and read. But you don't know that you're about to get swarmed by niggas, especially if it's your first time playing. Kratos said, nah, the slimes just hide under the islands. Okay, so they are gripping. I have seen them grip before. It's really weird behavior, and I don't know how they do it. Because you think gravity would fuck them over, but nope. But is the person who made that other song the person who made this song? Let's see. Kratos said, seriously? Seriously what? Oh shit. What happened? I don't know what happened. Okay. Now, I can't talk, because I've made a whole level where the idea is you're not supposed to know what the fuck is going on. I just don't think it's intentional here, though. I don't think you meant for people to get hit. You know what I mean? Ah, fuck. Okay, I need to relocate that island. It's probably that one. Kratos said, nah, it's a different creature. And then he said, I meant seriously they hide under the islands. Oh, I'm aware. I've seen the, like, gripping behavior before where they climb up the sides and shit. But I don't know how they do that. Because I don't know why gravity doesn't just pull them down. Kratos said, it's intentional. Despire is meant to be confusing. Is it, though? Because I feel like everything's much clearer now. What did it say? I didn't hear what it said that time. Wait, hold up. It's not a hearing thing anyways. I didn't read the subtitle in time. I moved because I was like, I learned from last time if you don't move, you get hit. But I think that made the subtitle go away. That or it was just limited time. Also, is possible. Ooh. Kratos said you can rewind. Will it rewind only to the beginning of this level? Okay, that's much better, but the blue enemies are still here. You can do it, and then I think it said collect 15. And then he said to reroute. Then Izanagi, using a programming dictation, said confusing does not equal good. I think only in programming does the not equals mean, does exclamation point equal sign mean not equal? Is there any other thing where that's like the case outside of programming? Kratos said, I never said it did. Oh, did I die? I thought I saw a crystal. Oh, those are like slimes jumping into the abyss. I thought you now had floating crystals, and I was like, bet. Shit, I forgot they did this. I remember the first time I played Kratos' level, I ran into that. Where they like slink into the sky. They can straight up defy gravity if they want to. Which is such a trip. Kratos said, I never said it did. It's a design choice that fits the story. So how did you find these tracks? Like, what did you search for the music tracks? I think they fit. Fuck. Wait, what the fuck? Did that one, like, turn into fire a little bit when it got shot? Or was it just reflecting more light? Let's see. Kratos said final. So it's all Final Fantasy music? I mean, that makes sense. Fuck. Because I know you said the first song was the Final Fantasy song. Also, is this someone like taking recordings of the Final Fantasy songs and just loading them directly into dreams? Or is this reproductions? Like people going, I want to recreate that song in dreams. And then Kratos said, not exactly Final Fantasy. So are they reproductions, or are they just like inspired by Final Fantasy tracks? Izanagi said, but for people to like a game, it needs to have some semblance of good design. Fun design. And then Izanagi said they're remixes. Okay. Fuck. The hardest thing to deal with the island are fucking flying slimes. Also, you didn't set the track to loop, I don't think. So after so many minutes, it's actually silence. You gotta set that looping track, my dude. Not everybody's gonna get that speed run. Do 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 do. 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 If the enemies didn't like chase you off the islands, you'd be able to fly toward an island and like shoot the enemies. Kratos said the non-loop is intentional. Because I guess as you continue playing it, it's supposed to be like all hope is lost. If you're gonna do that, you should also make it get darker. I know Izanagi would be like, darker? He'd be like, no. But I think it would fit your theme. Like, if you're gonna be like, so after a certain point the music stops, I'd say make it darker. And then make them start, like, dying. Well, you already die really fast. If you could take multiple hits, if it, like, lowered your maximum health as you continued and shit, making it, like, harder, I think that would also add to, like, the falling deeper into despair concept. Also, are you using, like, spotlights to light the islands now? If so, that's a good idea. You did it. And you made a big heart. See, the power of hope is stronger than you know. Oh, Beth probably would really fuck with this. What's that? Oh, yes, I am indeed your heart. Oh, it's literally your heart. Never forget the lessons you've learned today. That if you follow your heart, let your true self shine, connect to others' light, and be fearless in the face of your monsters, then no darkness can contain you. Spread this tale with as many as possible. Spread this message with those in need. Remind the world to never give up. Follow your heart. Hold on to your light, your hope. Despair is not permanent. Oh, you can't really like... I was gonna move around. There's just a timer at some point and then you just... It's over. I like it. Wait, did I already thumbs up it? I think I had already thumbs up it. I like it. You have like a full game now. So I fuck with that. Do you think you're gonna hit, whatchamafucket, the 82 likes on this game? Because I think that's a possibility. Let's see. So I'm number 3 in the time list for that one. I don't think people have played it yet to like play your full game. But I think people will be hyped for the full game. Kratos said, the music is symbolic of your strength. That's why the darker levels have softer music. And if you spend enough time in the level, you lose. You lose the music completely. Well then, it should probably also like literally decrease your strength. Like what if your fireballs dealt less damage and stuff like that as well? Izanagi said, punish people who are new to the game. Of course. He's like, what a great idea. It could be like a part of your game though. You could, if you put that in the description, that like the longer you take to do the level, the harder it is. Not only does it encourage speed running, but at least people know. It's not gonna like catch them by surprise. Kratos said, I don't see it as punishment. Izanagi said, a combination of what you were doing and what Jet was suggesting. I mean, I see where Izanagi's coming from, where it could be seen as like punishing the player for taking longer to do the level. But like I said, it could promote speedrunning, and it could be like a marketable challenge to let people know that, hey, like that's kind of the idea going into the game. I think people could vibe with that. Izanagi said, then it'll turn people off. Not necessarily. Also, I see your boy Kratos leveling up. He's now at level 29. Oh, hey, somebody gave this a thumbs up. Actually, I haven't checked my notifications. I have 12 notifications. Aw shit, speaking of leveling up. Where we at? 43. Normally they say, we know you like to do blank, but recently you've been into doing blank. It's like, we know you like to do design. I guess I haven't been doing anything else recently. Cool. Let's see, Kratos said, okay, I gotta hop in the shower. Thank you for playing Dracoda Spire. No problem. I'm always down to play your games. And you don't have to bribe me, by the way, to play your games. It just gets me to play your games faster, though. I do stop whatever I'm doing for the most part to hit them up. Let's see. Oh, someone gave a thumbs up to Gore Gunner. Let's see, someone followed my robot character. Oh, and someone gave it a thumbs up. Thank you, whoever gave it a thumbs up. Hey, my arcade machine player character is getting hella thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that'll be the first to get to 82. Let's see, someone shared Food Venture. Kratos shared his game with me. Let's see, Kratos said, I know I don't have to bribe. I hope that you have a good shower, and I'll see you when you get back. And thank you for sharing the game with me. I appreciate it. Let's see, someone followed Generic Platforming Essentials. Someone shared So Damn Sexy with you. Okay. Someone followed the Firewater Collection. That's cool. And these are getting into older notifications. But I'm glad people are fucking with Arcade Machine Player character. How many likes does it have? So it has 6 thumbs up right now. Hey. Let's see. So does that mean it's one of my most thumbs up creations so far? Let me check. Most thumbs up. Yeah, Arcade Machine Player character and Bot Boy are my 2 most thumbs up things. I still have a long way to go if I'm going to keep up with Kratos and Kaylee. They've gotten way more thumbs ups on things that they've created. So I was trying to figure out why this wasn't working. I'm not sure if I had the opportunity to test the new setup yet. More forms, tangible, intangible, triangle. Let's see. Go to edit mode. See, tangibility is not changing when I hit those buttons, but it should be changing. Yeah, variable modifier tangibility. Should set it to 1 when you hit triangle. And then this one should set it to 0. Maybe I can... Redoing the animations doesn't do anything. It's not that it doesn't do anything. It wouldn't serve my purpose. Well, let me go into this tweak menu. For physical properties. For intangible. You could make it just where the player can go through. Yeah, you don't have to make it where literally everything phases through it. Because then it gives you the ability to like run away from enemies by going through the intangible platforms and stuff. So that's kind of dope. And then this one, collision labels. They're just all on, which is good. Why not? It also can collide with target. Fuck it. Okay. Again, I don't think that'll fix it. But if it did, that'd be pretty cool. Nope. It's still just a big ass wall. Because the thing that I'm trying to use to trigger it just doesn't want to work. I need to figure out why it doesn't work. That's a getter. So it gets the value of tangibility. I mean, it's not necessarily that this isn't working. It's more that the actual input the player is making doesn't seem to be working. So like it doesn't seem like these are firing off. I want to activate test mode. Excuse me. You have to like move the windows into place and shit to get certain things to work, which sucks. Like if you want to use like test mode to look at what's going on, like to see whether or not things get fired. So it's like this window needs to be all the way over here. And then if you go into test mode, you're able to verify it. Also, can we get a live chat test real quick? Make sure it's still working. Hidden triangle. I have another thing that I think could be the culprit. Let's undo moving that tweak menu. Well, it's not a tweak menu, it's a microchip. Okay. So the thing that triggers this, we have variable modifiers. And this one makes henshin equal 4. Then you have these things. Aha! This is checking to see if henshin equals 3. It's always like some really simple shit. Yeah, so they're both just set to the wrong operand. So then you go back into the bitch, womp, 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 and you go intangible. Bitch, a hot pockets, let's go. You can just run through the shit, and then you go tangible. The wall's stopping me. Cool. Intangible. Wimp. Got some fucking X-Men Jean Grey bullshit. So that's what I wanted. And that's what we got. So that's cool. Tangible. Sweet. Now let me make sure that I didn't fuck this up. Because I was like, this is fairly simple. I'm surprised I'm so hung up on it. So let's see. This is for making it intangible. No, this is for making it tangible. This is for making it intangible. Let's go to edit animation and see the collision labels that we put on it. So this makes it collide with literally everything. Stop recording, we don't have to change anything about that. And this makes it not collide with friend or target. That's fair. Okay, so I don't think I messed it up, which is good. Oh. Yeah, stop recording, you don't have to keep recording. Let me, one more time, make sure I didn't mess anything up. More forms, Tangible, intangible, intangible, tangible. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that'll work. That'll definitely do it. Go back into edit mode. This might also be the answer to my conductive problem, because I have a form where you're electricity proof, and I had a very stupid implementation method. No, this doesn't fix that problem. It doesn't fix that problem at all. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Well, I mean, does it fix that problem? It might. It might. It depends on how I apply it. So this is fine. I need to name this and like make this a thing. So one thing that I want is to make the intangible things, I guess, maybe they start off black, and then when they're intangible they turn white or something. We could do that. So let me edit this animation, tweak it. The fuck? I'm like, I want the cube to be black, and then it's like, bet, so you mean not look black at all. Okay, so the tint amount isn't turned up. Awesome. So I want it to be black when it's tangible. Okay, stop recording. And then when it's intangible, I want it to be white. Stop recording. And now, intangible. You can go right through the white platforms. Tangible. You can't go through the black platforms. Sweet. So it gives you like a visual cue, hey, you've activated the power. The platform is a little tall though. I do want to be able to do stuff like, so you made it intangible, now you can jump on top of it and make it tangible again. But then again, if you could jump on top of it, what would be the point? I could see times where it'd be cool to be able to do that. Because that's like one of the puzzle ideas that I had for it. Was like, imagine if you were surrounded on all sides and you had to proceed vertically, but you had like a block in the way, and then you phase into the block and then jump through the block to where you're trying to go. I mean, technically you can do similar things, but instead of it being vertical, you could do it horizontally, and it's very easy. I guess the difference is one requires you to very quickly switch the tangibility so you can land on the platform, and the other one is just, you just go through it. But you could put this in like the middle of a maze as like a dead end. And it's like, how do I get out of the maze? Da-na-na. There's just this wall. And then you activate the power, and then you're like, oh, bitchin'. You could also have situations where it is better to switch back and forth between the two. It could like stop an enemy from like progressing towards you. It could maybe cause another thing to fall and trigger something. Whole bunch of bullshit. You know, so we got options. So let's save you. I was gonna cough for some reason. No cough needed. Do. I don't know why I thought I was gonna cough. I don't think people suddenly start coughing a lot of times, unless you have like a tickle in your throat or something. I just took a deep breath and my brain was like, I guess I'm gonna cough. I guess it's time to cough now. So real quick, let me back out of this. Is that including the microchip? Yeah. I didn't want to save it and then it's like, but it doesn't include the microchip. Microchip not included. And we are rewound. Just making sure. So, Henshin Robo. Well, Henshin Robot. Phase Shift Cube? That could be a name for it. Like phase shift block. I feel like I could do more stuff that has a similar vibe to this particular transformation. But transformation 4 now works. You can make blocks tangible or intangible. Specifically, you can turn the black blocks into intangible white blocks and then back to being tangible. You could have platforming where you have to move from block to block. It's really weird to think about, but if you set up everything right, you could have blocks that you need to stand on, so you have to make them tangible. But then you could have other blocks that you need to make intangible in order to progress to different like locations and stuff. But it also makes all the blocks become tangible and intangible. So you kind of have to do it, you have to design the level in a smart way. But anyways, cool. I like how that turned out. We can get rid of that now because it's not really needed. I could design like a color or something for this form. To be honest, I don't have any forms that are just really basic, but having a really basic form sounds fun. Yo, Kratos, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? So my guy currently has 5 transformations. The 5th transformation that I just finished allows for you to move through blocks by making them intangible, and then you can change them back to being tangible at will. So you're able to like phase through walls and stuff. So now, I need to come up with transformation number 6, which is technically transformation number 5. Because I've gone from 0 to 4. So I've been counting up from 0. Kratos said 5, an interesting number. Well, I'm going to go beyond 5. Let's see. I want to rearrange how this is set up. More forms should either be at the top or at the bottom. But I don't think more forms should be in the middle. Here we go. So we gotta make more forms. I'm thinking about one that modifies like your character's gravity, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know. That may be doing too much. I could make one that manipulates the character's size, and it can like allow you to grow and shrink at will. That could be cool. So let's see. This is Henshin 4. If you could grow and shrink at will, I could see there being some like problems. Because if you picked to be like small and then you tried to change forms, when you change forms, it wouldn't make you grow again. So you could be small and you could keep all your other powers. And it'd be bullshit. I could make being small temporary, put it on a timeline. I also think there would be a problem because if you switch forms while you were small, you would run into the issue of your heads probably wouldn't change size. Your heads would probably get like, they'd be too big for your body and you'd just be a big ass head walking around. So then you wouldn't even really be that small. Let's scope in and see what things you can change on the puppet. Okay. "2D movement." Oh shit, there's straight up just a setting for making your game like a 2D game. That's interesting. I don't know why I would ever give the player just the power to make the game 2D. Like if it was just for a power thing. So probably won't do that. You can set double jump height. I don't even think this puppet does like double jumps, do they? Am I stupid? Can you do double jumps? Air control. Set how much air control you want the puppet to have, i.e. how well the puppet responds to being controlled in the air. Why would you not want like maximum air control? Is flying really easy? Is it really easy to make your character just fly? What if you set air control to like 100% and then you set your gravity to be like 10% or some shit, right? I need to remember that that was 250 and then 100. Oh, that was weird. Oh. Oh, that's really weird. Because it's just a moon jump. Is what that's giving you. That's not flying. Flying would require you to continually be able to push up and then to sustain your height. Hold on. I do have the dash ability, so I could dash while I'm like moon jumping. Huh. I don't know. That's not quite flying. It's more like falling with style. Not even. So how would what new powers would I give him? It's my current thought process. There's no reason to give him a power that makes him like sassy. That sounds stupid. Let's see. Auto jump. When on, the puppet will try to automatically jump gaps and heights, whether the player is controlling the puppet or moving by follower or mover. Doesn't double jump. Interesting. Procedural animation. Oh, cool. Procedural walk. So if you animate your own versions of those things, you would cut those off. There are a lot of like pre-built things for how collision and stuff works for puppets. There's so much that goes on with a puppet. They're like, you don't have to make your own. We'll just make one for you, and you can then edit it however you want to. Which I appreciate. Because this would be a lot to self-implement. So I don't know. I still haven't figured out what that 5th transformation would be. Well, 6. I keep forgetting I'm on Henshin 4, but it's like 4 out of 5, with the first one being 0. So I need to try and come up with another thing. I also haven't given this particular transformation an appropriate head yet. Okay. Here we go. Which doing such a thing can be weird. So let me grab... These are the square robot heads. I think he has a rectangular head already. And he does have a square head. I don't remember how many antennas are on the square head that he has. I'm not too concerned about that though. Let's grab this one and let's stylize his head a little bit. I don't know. Maybe don't mess with his eyes too much. Let's give him green antennas. Beth said, do you believe the type of media you expose yourself to is chosen by personal values? It can be, but they don't have to be related. You know what I mean? You can look at stuff that goes against what you believe in, but you can still find it entertaining. You know what I mean? For example, I'll listen to music that's about like drugs, money, and bitches and stuff like that. Like stuff that like I'm not like super hype about, but be like, this is a good ass song. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to actually care about any of those things to appreciate those things. Like, that, not to appreciate those things. I don't have to care about any of those things to get into, like, to enjoy the music. Does that make sense? I don't have to be like, I believe in this, like, gang member mentality or whatever. Because there are some rappers who just rap about gang shit. You don't have to, like, get into that to like that kind of music, is more or less what I'm saying. I see something over there. If it's a bug, it's probably a dead bug, because I've now sprayed hella bug spray over there. Let's see. Where are we at? Kratos said, I haven't looked into it yet, but I saw something about Keanu Reeves playing Ghost Rider in the Doctor Strange movie. Would Keanu Reeves make a good Ghost Rider? Beth said, LMAO, I picked Undertale because it aligns closely with my values. How so? Kratos said, Beth, I wish you were here to see my finished game. And then Beth said, same. You could always just rewind, Beth. It's in like the same stream. It's in this stream. Let's see. So let me set up the head for this one. excuse me, it wouldn't be in the transformations menu. It would be in, there's something called, yeah, it's over here. It's over here. Henshin appearances. So let me clone one of these. So that's Henshin 3 appearance. We're going to change that to Henshin 4 appearance. Let's see if Henshin equals 4. If Henshin equals 2.98. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we're going to go to animate keyframe. Ba-da-da-da. Go into your tweak menu, turn visible. Wait, turn visible on. Hold on, you're doing everything backwards. My brain suddenly said like you're fucking it up. So, go back here, Here's how you have to do it. So, oh, that's right, you can scope in pretty tight. Am I scoped in as tight as I can be? I think I am. So that's good. I don't like seeing the barrel thing, because then how can I line up this cube head right? I can't fucking see anything. So I'm about to hard shot in the dark this. Turn off its visibility. Don't turn off its visibility. What the fuck? How am I supposed to do this then? I need to remember what I did before. So it's too early to slide it over. But it needs to by default be invisible. Fuck. I like group them together. Okay. What the fuck? Hold on. Now you're fucking things up. Jump back. You're ruining everything. Okay. How much do I need to redo? Maybe you can go back, not back, forward a few? They don't want me to go forward anymore. Well, fuck it. We'll go back to where we were before. Let's see. Beth said it advocates acceptance of others and uniqueness. Then Beth said, gotta go cook. Bye. See you when you get back. I hope that you enjoyed cooking jambalaya with your mom. Greta said, so Nick, what are your thoughts on the story of Dakota Spire? I definitely feel like you have done what you set out to do, which is spread a positive message about how, we have times of sadness and despair, but we don't have to be stuck in said despair and sadness. We can follow our light and bond with the lights of others. And I feel like you did it well using the subtitles. I really do think your subtitles are what carry the story of your game. Because I do think your game without the subtitles doesn't necessarily portray those themes, but with the subtitles, I don't think anyone's going to mistake your game for anything but, what it is, Nigga, what? Hit that. Hit that chord. Follow it. Follow it to the other side. No. Follow it to the other side. Go down it. Go down the chord. Grab cam. Nigga, no. So did I slap keyframes onto the things themselves? That might have been what I did. Well, hold on. Stop recording. Maybe this is what I did. So you make it invisible. That's like the first thing you do. I feel like I didn't do it this way. Then you make it visible. Kratos said, thank you. Kratos said, I took a lot of inspiration from Kingdom Hearts with your heart talking to you. Kingdom Hearts is one of your favorite games, so that makes sense. So then we edit this, and then now that keyframe makes it visible. Now we change this. Well, for one, that needs to say Henshin 4 appearance. This needs to be set to equals 4. Okay, and then we need... Wait, hold on, what the fuck? No, I'm in the wrong one. No wonder. Okay, yeah. Scroll down. This one needs to say Henshin 4. This one needs to be set to 4. Connect this to that. Okay. Hold on real quick. Hide everything else. There we go. Now we can fit the head on. Slide that down. I don't think the head has to be this big, but whenever I'm trying to adjust the block heads on like the round shape, I always find myself making it really big to try and make sure that it's like wrapping around. But I feel like whenever you see stuff poke out, you can also just readjust the head, and a lot of times that's fine. That head is still ginormous. One thing I have not thought of until like just now. What if the head was invisible? Can I do that? Just turn the fucking visibility of the head off. Then it won't matter. Then you could make this shit smaller. As long as it like fits around the neck and faces the proper direction. Should be fine. So now Homeboy's normal head is like significantly bigger than this. But let's look at it. Let's go into view mode. Okay. More forms. I have multiple problems with that. So did we not just go through all that trouble to stick the fucking head on him? And didn't we set it to be when you transform Henshin 4, you get the thing? So Kratos said, my dad just asked me if there was anything at all I wanted right now, like a game or something like that. And I realized there isn't. That's a relaxing place to be in life. I 100% agree with that, Kratos. I've had moments where I've straight up like cried because you just realize that you're just like in a really good place. Like you're just happy, you know? So I feel you on that. So I wanted, yeah, the fucking head thing to be invisible. Am I selecting the right thing? Like you. You right there. Round ass ball thing. Excuse me. Like not visible. I don't want people to see the head. I want people to see this head. So I'm gonna go over it. I can re-look at that keyframe or whatever. Yeah. Went on, it's visible. Oh wait, shit. Undo that last thing. I don't know why you wouldn't see it then. Let me turn the visibility of the head back on, even though that shouldn't matter. It's just not there. What the fuck? Kratos said, yeah, I'm glad you can relate to that. And then he said, although the Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out in 2 days. Are you hyped for the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Okay. Go into play mode. Why is it an invisible negative? Now the keyframe's just on. It doesn't have keep changes. It's always some like really simple shit. Okay. Connect this. That still doesn't explain why I was able to see Homeboy's head. But whatever. We'll get past that. Kratos said, of course I'm hype. Be right back. Okay, no problem. I'll see you when you get back, my guy. In a group, in a group, in a group. In a group, in a group, in a group. Nigga back. 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 I'm trying to get in his head, not in the lightning thing. In a group. Back. Back. Back, back, back. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm just no longer grouping. Okay, cool. Get in his head. in a group, 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 in a group. When did the lightning start taking priority over everything else? Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Are there so many heads on this nigga that you can't actually get to his real head? I'm trying to get to his real head. I don't even know if that's the real head. I feel like that's not the real head either. Go in there. To the hodgepodge. So we got this head nested in here. It's very interesting to look at him from the inside. There's my nigga's neck. It is very difficult to tell what is what. Yeah, it's like you're grouping into him. My mind kind of flipped out because I had the sudden realization that, like, I am grouped into the head right now. It's just when you're positioning this guy, you have very little frame of reference of the original head. Like now, you just have to put shit in. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I already have hide everything else on. So this is just me trying to do my best. View mode? Okay. So I need to push this head forward more. And a little to the left. And then I'll get it. I'm gonna have to scope in pretty tight. I mean, clearly, I guess clearly nothing because I can't even attest to that being. Wait, hold on. What am I touching? I'm touching the wrong one. I think I said forward a little bit and to the left a little bit. It could be more forward now. Just keep pulling it forward. Wait. Undo that movement. Scope in tighter. Okay. What? Yeah, so I fucked it up. the intangibility one isn't disappearing when everything else disappears. Well, not when everything else disappears. It's... I guess my current thought process is, did everything else use an action recorder? Is it not supposed to keep changes? Is that the thing? Maybe it wasn't supposed to keep changes. I can't remember if I used keyframes for all the other heads or not. So I'm going to move this one completely out. Yo, I legit don't know what I did for the other heads to get them to work the way that they did. And they don't have big, like, stapled animations to them. Yeah, they all have little wires like that. What the fuck? What are those connected to? Like, what do those wires do? Are those wires directed directly into, like, the visible versus invisible thing? Is that what I did? Oh wait, stop. Okay. Get rid of the keyframe. So did I go into their tweak menus for physical properties and then say, if it's equal to that, it's visible? Aw, shit. I think that's what I did. And that explains why there's like a little disc on all these things. Okay. Because I was like, I can't ascertain what logic was used previously. That's the logic. That still shouldn't be possible, though. Oh, I sure did use, like, that same kind of build previously. So... I'm messing something up. Because now it's just always on. But it shouldn't always be on. It should be like Henshin. If it equals 4... 3 sure as fuck doesn't equal 4. It should make it visible. Wait, what the fuck? That's not plugged into shit. Am I tripping? Oh, okay, hold on. I am tripping a little bit. That's not plugged into shit. It looks like it's plugged into something. Did I plug it into the mouth, my nigga? What's this? Take that wire. Oh, I fucked up. Hold on. Open up his tweak menu. Don't do it like that. That confused the shit out of me for a second. Grab like that part of the wire. Ooh, you bitch. Delete the wire then. I don't need that wire. connect it here, connect it to that. Okay. So I think I'm kind of figuring shit out a little bit. Okay. There we go. So that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. It needs to be higher and a little farther back, but the logic's good now. Okay. My mind's like, how much farther back? And it's like, I don't know. That doesn't seem too bad. I think his head might be a little to the left. Like his head like favors the right side. I feel like you can see a little indentation in the back to where it's not as far back as it could be. So scoot it to the right and push it a little farther back. Okay, yeah, that seems good. I think we're cooking with grease now. So now his intangibility form is programmed in, appearance, and moveset. So I think he can be updated. We can like add that to the record books. Let's hit up those version notes. Intangibility. Added. Do. Yep, that seems right. I might get something to drink momentarily. So, he has a lot of powers. He has a lot of heads. But he could have more powers and more heads. I just have to figure out what he could use that he doesn't already have. I know for one, I want to update some menu position bullshit. So let's get to transformations menu. So this menu has more forms at the bottom. But then I have the second menu. I put more forms at the top. Inconsistent. More forms should also be at the bottom here. Okay. Straighten that out. There we go. More consistency between the different menus. Womp. 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 I could also at any time make a level. Since he has so many abilities, I could probably make a pretty cool level with this guy. I didn't save in the version notes that I changed the menu layout. I don't care that hard about that. It's like a minor change. Let's hide that. I don't need to see that. I like what we got, but we could do so much more. I could take that intangibility cube from earlier, and I could have the same logic built into it, but it has to do with character strength. You transform into a stronger character that can push the cube. It essentially just gives the cube more friction. But I guess I have to think about that. You could, if you make the not more friction, it would give the cube less friction. The issue is that if you give the cube less friction under the concept of the character being stronger, you can't make it where enemies are unable to push the cube. If you were to say enemies don't collide with the cube, then enemies would be able to pass through the cube, and that would be kind of weird. But if you do say that enemies can collide with the cube, then enemies would be able to push cubes. And I guess that'd be a way of just saying that enemies are strong. I suppose they're as strong as you are. But you wouldn't want the enemies to accidentally push cubes. If you didn't want anyone to be able to hit the cubes with the player. You could put the cubes in areas where enemies wouldn't be in the first place. That's a possibility. I don't know. It's debatable. What is something that would be a particularly cool power? I think I have some ideas. There's a superpower wikia, and that's pretty good for finding random bullshit. So let me look at that. It's called power listing wikia. Yeah, and there's a random button. Let's see, so where are we going? Where's the random power button? Explore, random page. Okay, so let's see what it'll give us. Completeness manipulation. The ability to manipulate fullness. User can add items, including things/facts about the objects, into existence, either simply making things appear, allowing energy from... Oh, an ad popped up. Allowing energy from ever being conceived, or some other way. Not only can they create things such as matter, energy, and concepts, but they are also able to create past and futures for them as well, making it so that those things have always existed to begin with. No. That, for a video game, too far. Too much. Youthful empowerment. The power to gain power and strength from youthful energy. Users become faster, stronger, more durable, etc. through youthful energy, whether their own whether their own or others, possibly unlocking abilities related to the affinity and enhancing existing powers. Some users may be able to draw sustenance from the youthfulness, or even slow or stop aging. What? That one's interesting, but I don't know how I would put it in this game. That'd be such a weird power to put in. It'd be like you get close to young things and your character gets stronger in a certain form. It's just really weird. Let's see. Magical power link. The user can make their magic/magical energy connect to the powers and use it to control them. The magic fuels the powers and allows them to be strengthened and utilized on various levels. It just seems like if your power came from magic, you have magical power link. That doesn't really sound like a power as much as it is like a mechanism for power. Wolverine has claws that he can use to like slice into enemies or whatever. I don't have like destructible obstacles yet, but I have intangible obstacles. That's like similar. Destructible would be like you go into it and then the shit just breaks, which is very different from intangibility. Intangibility, the thing can come back. The thing I'm talking about, it wouldn't come back. It would be like a destroyed thing. So maybe like a breakable block, but you have a specific form where that block will break. I feel like I would want to animate that. Like I wouldn't just want it to be a thing that happened. But now I'm like, do I want to go through the trouble animating that? Bulletproof could be interesting. Huh. Okay. I just had a weird thought. So, I don't like how I implemented the hazard cube. Because the way that I implemented the hazard cube was that it changes like targeting or whatever. So what happens is when you become electric proof, it changes your tags. And when it changes your tags, well, not your tags, your labels, because there is a difference. It makes it where the lightning can't hurt you, so you can like move on top of these cubes and stuff. But I'm like, what if instead of doing that, also, that's where it is. Scope out again. Scoot this right here. What if we just made it where you could intangibly move through these? Because this would solve like multiple problems I have. Because I'm like, the electric proof form, that's cool. What if I had like a lava proof form and it was like the same thing, but you can move through like lava? And like I have all these ideas for stuff like that. And I'm like, it doesn't work though if it's based off of the labels bullshit. But the thing I'm currently thinking about will work. And it should work off of the same logic that we used earlier for the intangibility power. There we go. Oh, well, that's Henshin appearances. We don't care about that. Oh, it was in controller logic. That was something that had messed me up earlier, too. I almost feel like I don't like having transformations in controller logic, but I think I know why it's here. I think it's a little easier to mess with right next to the controller sensor. But it makes it where when I look, I go, okay, so here's the extra stuff I added, and here's the stuff that was built in. Then I go, where are all the transformations? But they're not all neatly set up like that. They kind of are somewhat neat, but could be better. So I need to go to the electric proof one. This one includes a jump in it. I was like, what is that connecting to? Electric proof is not Henshin 3, it's Henshin 2. Yeah. Timeline. So this one wouldn't use a timeline. Yeah, I just remembered for that one, I had it where it was temporary. So you didn't even get to have it the full time. The invulnerability. That's fine. I can still make this work the way that I want it to. So all I would have to do is have a variable. And that variable can be called conductive. I think as soon as I put a C, yeah, I don't know. Because I tried to build something like this earlier. So conductive. When conductive is equal to 0, your ass gets shocked. But when it's equal to 1, your ass is not shocked. So now I need not 1, but 2 variable modifiers, where the name of the variable is conductive. Okay. This variable modifier is a setter. It's going to set it to 1 whenever this power is activated. And then at the end of this animation, it will set conductive to 0. And now, this timeline is weird. So this one, I think, animates the sparks, and this one animates the cube changing. So I'm going to get rid of the cube changing animation, because I think that one's bullshit. Welcome back, Kratos. Ooh, how are you doing? Oh, wait. I didn't put in any logic. Fair. Okay, cool. So here's how this is going to work. So I need... Yeah, I guess I will need a keyframe. So I'll put a keyframe right here. And then all I'm going to do is go in here and say that it doesn't collide with friends or targets. Stop recording. Okay. And that's all we really need to put in there. Then I need to tell the keyframe to keep changes. And then I need to add some calculator logic. Mainly just an equals block and a variable modifier. And I'll probably put all this in a microchip so that I don't have to stare at it. It makes it a little bit neater. There we go. So it's going to be a getter when conductive is equal to 1. Then the player can phase through the block. So let's do a test. First test is to make sure that this is temporary. Okay, cool. Second test. Well, I ate shit and died, which is not what should happen, because you shouldn't be able to collide with it. So my next thought is that I don't think it necessarily deals damage to you based on collision. There's like a health modifier zone and stuff like that. So what you're doing would make sense if everything was collision based, but it's not all collision based. So it's stupid. It's based on these things. So here's what you would need to do. You really don't have to change the logic that's in the microchip. You just have to change how the keyframe operates. So the stuff you did with the collision, you could technically leave that. I mean, that's not hurting anything. But for this damage amount, set it to like 0. And then for the force applier, set it to like 0. Kratos said, I could have told you it's a health modifier. I was also aware that it was a zone-based health modifier, but I did indeed forget. Okay. Kills you like it should. Oh, I didn't activate the power, I don't think. Hold on. Well, the power's on, but I definitely got hit. Did I get hit, though? Hold on. The controller rumble probably is just still going off, which is different. Yeah, I don't think that hurt me. But it should hurt me now. Like, actually hurt me. Nope. Okay, so I'm still electric proof. So what I ended up doing is I made it permanent by accident. I think I know why it's permanent. The reason why it's permanent is because this keeps changes, and there isn't anything programmed to say that when it equals 0, that those things should revert back to their normal values. Again, it's another like rookie mistake thing. Copy all those things. You're going to want a different keyframe though. I mean, I could have overwrote that keyframe. When this one equals 0, connect a keyframe. This keyframe, we might as well tweak its collision labels. It does collide with friend and target. Its damage amount is -50 and the force amount is 30. Which are the default hazard cube values. Okay. Shockproof. Oh, well, you're gonna die because there's nowhere to go afterwards anyways. Part of me said that shouldn't have killed me, and then part of me is like, you wouldn't know. Yeah, it's very hard to ascertain if we're like gooding it or not. I'm trying to figure out what's easier for implementing this. So I want to go into test mode. Electric blast shockproof. So that one keeps going as long as I hold triangle. Oh, I died though. What the fuck? It's like as soon as you let go of triangle, you're fucked. But why? The variable shouldn't stop being modified. Also, well, that's 0. I should be fine. Yeah. So I am fine while it's 0. No, because then I died. What the fuck? The value was literally, you take no damage. Oh, and eventually it switched. Why did I have to hold it? And then even when I held it, it didn't actually continue to maintain it. Yeah, like it'll eventually switch over even while you're holding the button down. So it's like holding the button down doesn't help you do shit. So it's like insta-switching, even though the value change should be connected to a timeline. Edit mode. Kratos said, just have it change the collision label of the health mod. The collision label of the health mod. It could change the collision label of the health mod. Well, no. Then we get back to what we had before, right? Or maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Hold on. I think Kratos has a point. Maybe Kratos is right. We could change the collision label of the health mod and the force applier to where they don't go off. The camera shake and shit would still go off though. But whatever. Excuse me. That still doesn't change the weird flickering thing though. I imagine that would still be a problem. We can hit it up. Health mode only hits stuff that's labeled foe and target right now. Animate. Wait, hold up. Stop that. Stop the recording. What's this one? This is if this equal 1. Okay, yeah. So if it's equal to 1, shouldn't hit target. Target's now safe. And then go to the force applier. Kratos said no, because I think the health modifier triggers everything else. Oh, I think you're right. I understand where you're coming from now. Well, hold on. So you're saying I wouldn't have to change anything on the force applier? We'll see about that. That's fair, though. Also, I forgot. This one needs to reinstate the health modifiers label. Or maybe it doesn't. Because it's just already fine in that recording. That's very bizarre. Anyways. Let's see. William said, Yo, William, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? William said, I never get notifications anymore, but I have them on. I'm not sure why that is. If you check your notification settings, maybe there's some extra jank notification settings. Kratos said, if that doesn't work, you can have it power the health mod off. Well, the block doesn't hurt me anymore, which is what I want. Now my question is, with shockproof, I'm safe. When shockproof goes away, I'm still safe. I don't want that. I don't want to still be safe. I want to get hurt. It should be killing me. I imagine if I rewound. Yeah, it does kill me. So, I definitely messed something up. So let's look back at this. This one should make it dangerous again. So edit animation, open this up, labels. it should make it that. And that would hit. I mean, really? It should make it friend as the label. It's stupid that it doesn't hit friend. I did that for like another reason earlier. But that reason doesn't matter anymore. So make sure that friend is set to not hit. Yeah, I know what stop recording does. Thank you. Okay, and then we're going to go down here. Change this one. Also, thank you, Kratos. I do appreciate the advice. This one is set to friend. Let's see. Kratos said, try not using a timeline. I like the timeline. I like the idea that it's like, it's a limited time ability. Oh, wait a minute. Why'd I get hurt, though? Why am I getting hit? Hubba bubba bubblegum. Open him up. See, the timeline could be throwing it off. Kratos said you could use a timer. Well, the timeline's used for the sparkle animation effect or whatever. Also, I don't know why this timeline is so long. It just needs to be long enough for the animation. But when it's over, it needs to modify the conductive variable. Kratos said, oh, okay. So, Kratos said, I should use timelines more. What are some areas where you feel like your stuff would be improved with timelines? Like some situations where you haven't been using timelines, but you're like, well, now I think it would be a good idea. This is still really blowing my mind because I'm like, that's accurate. Friend, foe, and target. It looks at all three of those. Now, what if I were to go up to conductive and change conductive's value to 1 manually? Nice. And then we look at what it tells it, and it says friend and target are still active. Did I fuck up at one point? Those two should be turned off. So that's probably what I fucked up. It throws me when the value on the front doesn't match the value on the inside. I feel like that's something that could be fixed in like a patch. Volt said, yo, what's up? Yo, Volt, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? How's progress on your game? I know you switched over to Unreal Engine 4. Kratos said, when I made the subtitles in Draco Despire, I was using all timers and counters in the logic. Timelines would make it smoother and allow me to animate it. That's understandable. Would it for subtitles? I don't know. Can you pop like text displayers and timelines? Okay, so shockproof keeps you safe. See, this is the issue I was having earlier. Where now you should be getting hurt, but you're not getting hurt. So it's like shockproof keeps you from dying, because otherwise you would run into it and be like, oh fuck, did I just break it? Is the cube just non-lethal by default now? What is happening to my existence? Health modifier. Labels. Friend and target. Nigga, what? It's like, sorry, I can't let you do that. It's acting as if conductive equals 1. But conductive's bitch ass equals 0. Zilch. Nada. Dun dun dun. Who fucked that up? Wait a minute. This was right. Maybe I got them backwards while I was playing with it? Dun dun dun. Shrug, I don't fucking know. Let me look. This one's if it's equal to 0. I think. Yeah, maybe I got everything backwards by mistake. Cool. And this one's if it's equal to 1. Yep, I got it backwards. Though that's right. So they were just both safe. So now go into view mode. This should kill me. This should not kill me. But then it does kill me. Why? I don't know. Volt said it's going alright. Game progress is slow, but it's fun. Volt said, how's your day going, man? Well, I'm glad to hear that your game's going well, Volt. My day's fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. I'm trying to change the way that the electric transformation works. So far, progress has been bootay. So, But he should be safe. I don't understand. Test mode. Yeah, it's doing the thing again. Where you can see the top. Technically, it looks like they're both going off. Somehow. Well, no, it's not that they're both going off. When you hit triangle, the top one goes off. But as soon as you release triangle, the bottom one comes on. They're like switching back and forth. But they shouldn't be switching back and forth that quickly. If I could look at those menus that are like on my fucking head. I could look at what's happening when I'm hitting the buttons. The whole thing lights up like a Christmas tree. Maybe there's an issue with the timeline. Oh, I'm not in edit mode. Cool. Kratos said, them likes are also bootay. Them likes, you say? Speaking of likes, we got 2 likes on the video. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. The timeline should play once on end trigger. Outputs a pulse signal when the playhead reaches the end of the timeline. Let's see. triangle should tell this to set conductive to 1. It should also start up the timeline for the animation. And when the animation finishes, it should set conductive back to 0. I do not know how to get this working for some reason. I feel like it should be fairly simple. But I either run into it always being dangerous or it like always being safe. I don't think I've gotten it to just fluctuate. I'm trying to make it work based off of variable values instead of based off of labels as much. But now I'm using variables to manipulate labels. But I'm like, that one's actually better. I actually like that compared to what I was doing before. But I don't know what's causing the switch up. When you hit triangle, it makes it equal to the thing. When powered on, it will update the variable once. Continuously while powered on will update the variable continuously as long as there's power. I want it to update the variable once, which is what it should be doing. See. This game really likes to get your Tony Stark on with all these floating screens and shit. Da, 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 da. Okay. So it's like that activates for like a split second. And it still says 1 for some reason. And even though it says 1 on conductive, I'm still getting hit. Only for a moment. Maybe the variable for conductive shouldn't live inside of a microchip that conditionally receives power. You actually do have to go to view mode. It's kind of stupid, and I gotta go back and add it mode. Okay, so if I remove conductive's bitch ass from there and put it into like stats or something, like a microchip that always has power, I think that'll change the behavior that we're observing. Well, for one, okay, the cube's killer. We got kill a cube here. Cube's safe. Cube's still safe. So we're still running into that fucking problem where the cube's never dangerous for some reason. So we need to fix that. How do I fix that? I think I know what's happening. The microchip receives power temporarily. And because the microchip receives power temporarily, it only receives enough power to last for like an extremely short period of time. So stuff like but the animation goes. The animation stays because it goes once when powered. Okay, that makes sense. So you send the charge through, And then the animation has the ability to play once, but I don't think the animation can then spit power to the conductive variable. Like, it doesn't know how to modify it again. So it just can't modify it. So you end up always being immune after you're immune once, instead of just temporarily being immune. Which then may lead you to be like, well then if that's the case, then how do you fix it? Like, how do you get that to work properly? Oh wait, that's right, I moved this window all the way over here. So because all of this shit is in something that's conditionally powered, I think it causes some problems. So what if these two pieces lived here? Test. Oh wait, rewind. Test. It kills you. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay. Shockproof. It doesn't kill you. Hey, but once that bitch wears off, bam, it kills you. That's what it's supposed to do. So it had to do with the components existing in a microchip that only gets power sometimes. Which feels really wild, actually. Because that means in order to sustain that, my brain's like, fuck, would you put it in another microchip? Or would that cause like a similar issue? Because right now you have this stuff that just hangs out. And that's kind of weird. Like, you'd think it'd be more self-contained. Like this microchip, I'm actually still kind of scratching my head on how this works. What do those connect to again? Close that. Yeah, it's like that microchip connects to this, which connects to that. Oh, I could put them in a microchip, I think. And it would be neater, and I think it would be fine. Because you wouldn't be directly powering the microchip itself. It's just there are things within the microchip that receive power from here. Let's see. So this is like the electric invulnerability phase. The reason why this matters so much and why I like put so much time into this is because now I can have like a fire version that does the same thing as the electric version, but it can get past like fire hazards and stuff like that. The way I was doing it before wasn't good for creating like different variations of the same thing. There you go. So that's good. I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Let me get some smoothie real quick. I'll be right back. And I'll be good. Hit me up in the live chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking about. What do you guys think of the new change? The reason why it wouldn't have worked for like a fire variation is because for a fire variation, if it had the same logic as what I had for the electric one, then you could turn into the electric one and move through fire without getting hurt. Because it would have used like the same logic behind it. Because it was changing the labels of the character
to make the character immune to the hazard, instead of changing like some element of the hazard to make the character immune to the hazard. You have to change the hazard directly. But then you also have to make it a thing where if you had like multiple electric blocks within a stage, you don't have like wires physically connecting your character to those blocks. So we're using variables in order to wirelessly interact with them and shit. Izanagi said, any of Kaylee's games just seem better than the stuff you and Kratos put out. It has a solid level of polish. He said, and doesn't try to screw over the player. Well, I'm glad that you're a fan of Kaylee's games. I am also a fan of Kaylee's games. Izanagi, what do you think of this like player character or whatever? Of his like abilities and everything. I know I've asked you about characters before, and you're like, they're just characters, they're not like in a game. But Dreams isn't just about making games, you can make like whatever you want. You know what I mean? A matter of fact, one of my most liked things in Dreams is just a character that I made. Though that guy doesn't even have any powers. He just looks like an arcade machine. I guess people think that's cool. They're like, oh, he looks like an arcade machine. Izanagi said characters in isolation don't mean much. It's a character it's weird to say a character in isolation. So this character is already available publicly on Dreams, where other people can incorporate him in levels and stuff like that. So it's less to say that it's like a character in isolation, and more a character that's available for literally anyone to put in their level, and he'll be able to do all this shit. Like Kaylee could make a level with my guy, like right now if she wanted to, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So like, I get what you're saying, that it's like, well, all you made is a character. But it's more, think about the fact that this character is available for anyone to use, like right now. Like it's like, the character is like the thing that's being provided. Also, you can just rate characters. Don't act like you can't like, rate a character. You know what I mean? Based on like its abilities and what it can do. Your boy just spent like hours working on a thing. And you're like, yeah, but I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because of the thing it is. It's like, what do you mean? You rate other characters in games, right? Like based on what like they can do. It only takes like a little bit of imagination. Izanagi says 0 out of 10. No level included. We'll see. That's like saying that a character can be bad just because a level is bad. But I feel like character design and level design can be talked about like individually. You know what I mean? There are games that have like kind of shitty levels, but it doesn't mean that the characters are bad. The level design can just be bad. Which is interesting to debate. Do you think there's ever a situation where you're like, it's not that the level's bad, it's just that the character can't do the thing that he needs to do to get around the level? Because it seems like levels need to be built around characters, not the other way around. Izanagi said a game is a mix of characters and their abilities along with the level's design. Yeah, but we're not talking about reviewing a game. We're talking about reviewing a character. That's like if someone asked you like, who's your favorite waifu in an anime? Or whatever. Well, no. Not who's your favorite waifu in an anime. It's like if someone showed you like a picture of like an anime waifu and then said, what do you think of the aesthetic of this anime waifu? And then you go, I don't know, I haven't seen her anime. I can't tell you what I think about her visually because I don't have any of the anime context to compare. It's like, no, not what you think of her personality, just her. Just like if you look at her, is she like visually appealing? I don't know. I haven't seen the anime. No way for me to know if I think she looks visually attractive. I don't have the context of the anime. Izanagi said, if a character has potential, a level design should be made to bring out that potential. And then Izanagi said, a design is only sold if it has a character that goes with it. Then Ryan said, hello. I misunderstood the... Oh wait, I think he's talking about a level design. A level design is only solid. It's not sold. It's the way that it's split in my distance away from the screen. If it has a character that goes with it. That's understandable. Ryan said, hello, you're Ryan, welcome to the stream, it's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Izanagi said, that plays to that design strength. I get where you're coming from. Kratos said, which character? So Izanagi's saying that he can't rate the character that I created because he's not in a level. And I'm like, but you can talk about a character in its place without talking about like the full game that he came from. You know what I mean? He or she or it, not assuming gender of hypothetical character. Speaking of which, Henshin Robot doesn't have a gender. Oh shit. My fridge handle broke. And it looks like it broke because it's kind of cheap, actually. I just realized the top part of the fridge handle is like screwed into the fridge, but there's like a weaker plastic piece that's just kind of attached to it. So that's kind of screwy. If I had some kind of like adhesive, I could probably stick it to it. But yeah, it's because the handle's just like a cheap plastic handle that has a metal part that's screwed to the top. That's lame. So I'll have to figure out a way to fix that at some point. Let's see. Izanagi said one level's design can be in flux of value if the wrong character is put into it. Izanagi said he looks uninteresting. That is your visual grading. So Izanagi, you say my character looks uninteresting, but my character has many looks. So this is his electric blast shockproof appearance. This is his bodyguard attacker appearance. This is the fan lift, fan push appearance. This is the tangible, intangible appearance. And this is the dash strike appearance. So the character actually has a whole bunch of different variations. And each of these different variations come with 2 unique abilities. Each one of these have like 2 different power sets per thing. So they all have like a square button command and a triangle button command. And they all have different heads. So the character does like a shit ton of stuff. And he has like a whole bunch of different appearances. Where other niggas may have made like 5 characters, I made 1 character that like is like 5 characters. So let me know your thoughts. I can show you all the different powers and stuff, and we can talk about the different powers. But give me one moment. I'm gonna go use the restroom. And I guess I need to hit up maintenance, but they're not gonna do anything about it during the pandemic stuff. I'm just gonna have like a broken handle on my fridge, which sucks. Sucks. Probably wouldn't cost too much to get fixed. Izanagi said it looks basic. Basic in what way? Ryan said, you ever heard of Nelson Mandela? I have. When I normally hear about Nelson Mandela, as of recent, it's normally the Mandela effect stuff. People bring him up a lot for that. But anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee.
Aha! Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Ryan asked if Nelson Mandela is a terrorist. Isn't he dead? Izanagi said, very generic looking. He said, looks like any type of generic robot. Whatever floats your boat said hi. Yo, whatever. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. Jump back. I need to save this cube, which is actually kind of more complicated than it sounds. I need to save this cube in such a way to where it replaces the other cube that I made. Ryan said he died in 2013. Yeah, he's dead. And you're asking if he's a terrorist. I don't know. He's dead. Do do do. Do 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 do. I know being dead doesn't make you exempt from having been a terrorist, I guess. I don't know enough about Nelson Mandela. But I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Let's see. Henshin robot. Electric hazard cube. So Ryan, why don't you go into like explanations for things as like the starters for things? You know what I mean? Like, you like to start with like questions, but the questions aren't about things that like the audience that you're talking to necessarily like will immediately grab onto, and they're not like hooks. They're not hooks. Wouldn't it be better to just say whatever like your main idea is first, like your thesis, and then if that grabs people's attention, jump more into like other stuff? It just seems like you're trying to like tell a narrative out of order. Kratos said, so where'd Kingdom Hearts 3 go? It's on the poll or whatever. Speaking of the poll, has anyone checked out that poll? Izanagi said Ryan is clickbait. And then Ryan said, clickbait questions. Electric hazard cube. Excuse me. And now delete that. Just get rid of that whole thing. And then save your boy. Release is public. Public is forever. I didn't save version notes. I should have saved version notes. Don't save, because we just saved it. Okay, so this electric hazard cube needs to be shared publicly, and it needs to replace the other one. This is just the better one. Okay. Ryan said the term terrorist is used haphazardly for anyone a country doesn't like. See, that should have been that's the thesis of your argument. Kratos said, I hella missed the poll. The poll should still be up, my guy. What are you guys talking about? So the poll is for what I'm going to do at 8. So 8 hasn't happened yet. You guys can still vote in the poll. Let's see. Then Kratos said, oh, okay. Ryan said the USA supported the apartheid, which I think you've told me about before, but I don't remember what that is. And then he said, so Mandela was a terrorist, or whatever. Kingdom Hearts 3 is currently leading the poll. Izanagi said, don't tell him that. Jackbox has a chance of winning. Not really. I mean, I guess. It has a better chance than Dreams. But I think everybody thought that. Kratos corrected what Izanagi said to had. it had a chance of winning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're about to edit this. Hi-ya! Zoom out. Yeah. And then it wants me to update this boy. Yes, update him right now. Save. Playable. Save. Do 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 do. Kratos says had, but I don't see any change in the poll. Like, he talks as if, like, he, like, went and he voted. Hey-ya. But the poll still is 13% Dreams, 50% Kingdom Hearts, and 38% Jackbox. I feel like there's a minority of people who watch this who talk in the live chat. And then there are, like, a good few people who, like, keep up with the channel who don't say anything except in, like, polls. Like, they're like, I know what I want to watch. I just don't want to talk during it. And I feel like, you know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because there are probably plenty of people who watch stuff on the channel and they're like, I don't care about interaction. They're like, I just want to see what's going on and I'm not going to, like, interact with the live chat or anything. So then, when Jackbox is on the poll, they're like, I don't give a fuck about Jackbox. I'm not going to interact. So then they vote for, like, Kingdom Hearts 3, because they're like, I don't want to have to interact. Like, let me just get the thing. So that makes sense that, like, if it's between Dreams, which isn't, like, a AAA title or whatever, with, like, Disney characters and a bunch of, like, popular Final Fantasy stuff. Like, Dreams isn't as flashy, right? So for audiences in general, whether you like interaction or you don't like interaction, people aren't really fucking with Dreams that hard. I really like Dreams, but I get why it's not, like, killing it in the poll. And then Jackbox TV is only really good if you like to interact, or if you find, like, improv comedy, like improv Mad Lib comedy entertaining. If you don't fall in one of those two categories, you don't give a fuck about Jackbox. So not everybody does. So that's why Jackbox gets, like, some of the vote. But I get why 50% would fuck with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just the most appealing choice, actually. Like, when you think about it. Beth and I talked about this a little bit last night. I told her I don't think Dreams is going to win. But I'm like, I kind of want to do Dreams. But whatever. Let's see, Ryan said, a group will almost never properly identify terrorists within their own faction. Kratos said, maybe they just go back and watch the videos. That's true. Let's see. Kratos said, I'll switch my vote to Jackbox if Beth and Kaylee play. Can you switch votes on YouTube? The poll is law, my friend. Let's see. Volt said, then why even vote Jackbox? Well, if enough people fuck with Jackbox, Jackbox can just win. But I understand why the majority would be like, no. Like, I get why the majority would probably be like, I'd rather have Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's see. Where are we at? Kratos said, Nick, you okay? Dreams as your job? You're fine. Dreams is only somewhat of my job. So right now, I'm, like, troubleshooting with a company, trying to, like, use one of their products that isn't working properly. So I'm, like, in constant communication with them, like, hey, your thing's still not working. And they're like, send us some information. And they're like, does it work now? And it's like, nope. And send us more information. Do this. So that's been a lot of what I've been doing. I've been doing that in Dreams for work. Because for work, they want me to get better at using the tools, because I'm probably going to be using Dreams more to create more, like, VR interactive experiences for clients in Dreams, which is cool. But a lot of it has been the troubleshooting stuff, because that's, like, the actual priority. Let's see. Izanagi said there is more reason to play Jackbox than Beth and Kaylee. Volt said, yeah, you can switch votes. Oh, word? I didn't know that people could do that. That's cool. Izanagi said George the Hungry for starters. Interesting. Let's see. Kratos said, you're right. It's just more fun with the Peoples of Pussy Bread Club. Izanagi said, Beth's stuff isn't even funny. Just thirsty and salacious. Then Kratos said, that's your opinion. Then Volt said, damn, Izanagi, that's low-key mean. Oh, wait, he said that's low-key kinda mean. I mean, I think he's just sharing his opinion, because comedy is all relative, subjective. When you can't think of the word and then you redundantly think of like two synonymous things to what you were trying to say. Let me add another cube. Also, I don't know why I would pair the cube with the player character. That doesn't make any sense. But I need the phase shift block, because that also just works with his powers. And also, Beth does rather well when she plays. I've seen her like win whole games of Joke Boat. And Joke Boat's entirely based on comedy. Volt said, bruh, where's Godzilla? When you need his vote. How do you know he hasn't already voted? Let's see. I'm going to refresh the poll and see how it's doing. We're going to start up the poll winner soon. So, like very soon. Volt said, that's true. Beth does good as fuck. Agreed. Ryan said, yeah, but people like Kaylee-related thirst. People do like Kaylee-related thirst. I don't know why. I don't know why that became like the thing. Arcade machine player character, still one of my most like highest rated things. Newest. Sort by newest. Why isn't it like recent? Newest. Yes, of course. I always sort by newest. Okay, let's see. Kaylee said, Ayo, yo Kaylee, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Volt said, Kaylee, please vote Jackbox. Then Kaylee said, lol, what? Then Ryan said, Kay, do you prefer wearing glasses or not? Then Kaylee said, okay, I did. Then Volt said, vote Jackbox. And then Ryan said, sort by nudist. Then Volt said, dope. Okay, let's check the current poll. The current poll is a tie. Kingdom Hearts 3 and Jackbox, 44% to 44%. I think both have 4 votes, if I had to guess. Exactly. Volt said we need 1 vote for Jackbox to win. And then Volt said, please. Well, you guys have 7 minutes to pull out that Jackbox victory. So you just need 1 more person to vote. Ryan said, but what if you look better wearing glasses? Oh, Kaylee said earlier, I prefer to not wear glasses. Let's see, Izanagi said, when George needs to come out of his grave. And then Volt said, Kratos, we need you. I think Kratos voted for Kingdom Hearts 3. Which is his favorite game. Dreams is getting very little love. I already went on a whole rant about, like, why that is. Ooh. Let's see. Kratos said, but Kingdom Hearts, though. Ryan said, should I vote? And then Volt said, please, Kratos. Oh, Ryan hasn't voted? Ryan. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Ryan? Vote for what you want. Izanagi said, Kaylee is half of your reason to play Jackbox. Kratos said, the faster Nick beats Kingdom Hearts 3, the faster we can play Jackbox as much as possible. That's true. I don't think I'm about to hit up Kingdom Hearts 3, like, a shit ton. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be a thing where it's like, and now that's all I play, or anything like that. Like, once I finish it, I'm probably just going to be done. Izanagi said, except when we don't play it anyways. Volt said, I like Kingdom Hearts 3, but low-key Jackbox. That doesn't sound low-key. Let's see. Kratos said, see, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a story best played through as seamlessly as possible. Let me organize this real quick. Not organize it, but let me set the robot next to this. Get that size comparison on a homie. Volt said, Kratos, we need you, man. Okay, I'm going to try to jump on this platform. Okay, you cannot. That was my goal. I wanted to make sure that it was tall enough to where you couldn't just jump on it. So let's start making a level. First off, I'm going to get rid of this floor. We don't need those. Let's put your boy over here on this little island. Let's see. Let's stack this up as well. Nice. So right now I'm doing a rough sculpt of a level. Is Bussy Bread Club getting a bunch of messages? What's happening? So where we at? Kratos said, but I need you. Izanagi said, but it's just a jumbled mess. Jet only has the essentials of knowledge, and it's just getting yanked through the story. It doesn't really matter how continuously he views the story. Then Kratos said, I don't care. Volt said, I'll vote Kingdom Hearts 3 for every poll after. He said, just please. Kratos said, it's what I enjoy, though. Izanagi said, that's a dangerous proposition. Then Kratos said, okay, Volt, deal. Then Izanagi said, no, you fool. You have made a deal with the devil. Kratos just shrugs. Volt said, it is a deal worth making. Okay, I'm refreshing the poll. Ooh, Jackbox is now in the lead. Let's see. Congratulations to everyone who wanted Jackbox. It just seems like we're probably going to get Jackbox. Oh, Izanagi was talking shit earlier about, like, you can't make 2D games in fucking Dreams. There's, like, a setting for you to make it where characters can only move in 2D. So then you can design your level in 3D, but then they still just only move in 2 dimensions. Let's see. Ryan said, but I haven't made a deal with anyone. That's true, Ryan's a wild card. Ryan could suddenly vote for Kingdom Hearts 3 just to fuck with everybody. Not even necessarily because he would want Kingdom Hearts 3, just to do it. Yo, Bussy Bread Club must be popping off. I just keep hearing notifications. Let's see. Volt said, hopefully it'll stay this way. Kratos said, it will. I voted Jackbox. He said, it hurts though. I really want Nick to get through the frozen world. Volt said, thanks, Kratos. And then he said, Ryan, please don't do this to me. Kaylee said, I sent my short film I made in dreams. Oh shit! I still haven't seen Kaylee's short film. I didn't know that it had been posted to where we can look at it. Oh, there's a tie. There's a tie between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Jackbox. And it's 1 minute till 8 p.m. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Kaylee said the deadline is today, so I didn't get to do all I wanted. Okay, I'm sure what you made, though, is still solid. Volt said, we need to get Godzilla in the chat. Then Volt said, Ryan? Izanagi said, just chant George's name. That will summon him. Are you guys trying to pull like a Corey X Kenshin right now? There are YouTubers who will chant niggas' names for 10 hours in the hopes of them like appearing on like a video or some shit. Kaylee said nice. Volt's like George, 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 George. I thought it was a whole bunch of people chanting. Oh, it's 8. It's 8. I'm gonna check the poll. Whatever the current poll is, that's the final result. Jackbox won. Jackbox won. Suddenly at the last minute, Jackbox got boosted up to 64%. Kaylee's now chanting Be Nasty. Let me close out of what I have so far. Also, hold on. I don't know why I had all those set up. That's probably fine. I don't know. You can start like right here and be Gucci. Real quick, I'm about to change over to Jackbox. Wait, what Jackbox game do we want to play? That's actually a good question. Because that way I can start it up and we're not immediately like, oh, but I wanted to play some other shit in a different pack. So you guys vote for what Jackbox game we're going to hit up. That'll definitely help make my job a lot easier. Because I never like starting up a Jackbox stream and then you guys go, oh, but the game everyone wanted to play was in pack number 2 and you're in pack number 6. It's always some shit like that. Let's see. So where are we at? Kratos said, wait, where it be, Kay? Kaylee said, I sent it to the group chat. Volt said, thank the gods of YouTube. Ryan said, in Bussy. Kaylee said it's unlisted because I don't know if we're allowed to upload online yet. Some festivals don't allow that. Then Kratos said, oh. Ryan said, Alien one. So Ryan wants to play the Alien one. Izanagi wants to play Bidiots. Kratos wants to play Survive the Internet. Volt said, I'm down for anything from Joke Boat to the rap one. He said, I like all Jackbox games. Well, can at least 2 people agree on a game? We've had, no one said the same game yet. So Ryan wants to do, what's it called? Push the Button, which Push the Button is pretty hype. Izanagi wants to do Bidiots. He always wants to do Bidiots. Kratos wants to do Survive the Internet. And Volt says he's literally down for whatever. Now, Kratos is saying Survive the Internet. That's what he said earlier as well. Can we get 3 people to agree on one, please? Izanagi said, Survive is painful to watch. Then just don't vote for it, Izanagi. You can keep voting for Bidiots. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to hit you up on Bidiots, but if you don't want to do Survive the Internet, you can just not. You can just not do Survive the Internet. Just make sure it doesn't win. Ryan also said for Survive the Internet. Well, can we get 3 people to go for Survive the Internet? Izanagi said Alien. Volt said Push the Button. Okay, so we're going to do Push the Button then. So thank you all for watching this dream stream. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ding, ding. Ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only. Logging out. Peace, guys. Chickadee guys. Stay tuned. We got a Jackbox stream coming up after this. Chickadee gal.